Hello, everybody. Hump Day has arrived. Good morning, everyone. This is Rahim Escalai, and this is episode 318 of 403 Sports Talk. As always, I thank you for your continued support of the show. It wouldn't be possible if it weren't for you. You're the one who's watching, and our hardworking student athletes of Western Massachusetts. Today happens to be Wednesday, April 13, 2022. Sorry for the abrupt change in location and scheduling. Weather played a factor in that this morning. So we were inside and we're here. We're doing it. The NFL is back as I give you guys another position group eval. This time I am doing my top 10 safeties. So it's a mix of, computer's messed up a little bit. It's a mix of their free safeties, strong safeties. You also hear the word hybrid come up a lot. Hybrid's a guy that can step in and play both sides back there in the secondary. There's a lot of good defensive backs in this draft, not just safeties, cornerbacks included. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to finish out and round out the player evals for the secondary. Anyway, one more thing I will say about these safeties before I get on. Took a while to evaluate them all, and I think out of all the position groups that I've done for the evals, I believe that this is the deepest class I've worked with. 47 total, from bigger schools, guys that have opportunities to be drafted. Obviously narrowed down to 10. News and scores, things of that such. Episode 318 starts now. Congress says the NFL's Washington Commanders may have broken some financial laws and still owe money to visiting teams and season ticket holders. Do we just get Snyder out the building and watch all the blessings start to flow back in and everything start to, move a little bit better. Cincinnati Reds president Phil Castellini is under a tiny bit of fire. Apologizes for telling unhappy fans to be careful what they wish for, and they had no choice but to accept the team's pared down roster. He went back obviously and apologized, but when you put stuff on social media and then you go and delete it, it's kind of like not forgotten. It's already probably screenshotted a trillion times. But he saved face and he apologized, and let's see if the Reds will be a successful baseball team this year. A little too early to tell. Now into hockey. Rangers forward Chris Kreider scored his 50th goal this season. It happened in a 4-2 loss to Montreal, but he became the fourth New York Ranger to approach such number. Single season mark for the team is 54, set by the great Jaromir Jagr in the 05-06 season. I was getting ready to say 95. Trinity Rodman scores her first goal with the United States women's national team as they shit stomp Uzbekistan 9-0. Yeah, 9-0, and Trinity was doing her thing. One goal, but still. She was still killing it. After being down 4-8, the Westville Bombers rallied back with a walk-off sack fly win. Thanks to Miss Sierra Toporowski. Head coach Tyson James was pleased with his team's efforts. He likes where they're at, and the chemistry is starting to build. That Westfield softball team is going to be pretty good. Look out for them, most definitely. And Kevin Durant to teammate Bruce Brown. He doesn't like the criticism of the Celtics bigs. And I like the way that KD's approaching this series with this team as, okay, we can beat Boston, yeah, we can, but let's not for a second let up the gas or sleep on the Celtics, because they definitely have the firepower to win. Brooklyn's a better team because of the stars, what they have on their bench. Ben Simmons is going to be ready for game 3 or 4, I believe. So hopefully they're not in a hole like that when he comes back, because his presence, his defensive presence anyway. We won't talk about the shot and the elbow going out, but his defensive presence is definitely a nuisance for opposing teams. So it's gonna be he is a key piece to what they're going to do. And after 3 errors on Monday in a 5-4 win over the Mets, the Phillies' Alec Baum says, quote unquote, I fucking hate this place, in frustration with the way that game turned out. I'm not really sure why, but, you know. So what did the Philadelphia faithful do the very next game? They gave him a standing ovation last night. But it didn't matter because the Mets won 2-0. Free agent quarterback Cam Newton is facing scrutiny for his comments on women who don't know when to be quiet. Dudes say stuff like this all the time. It's not really a big deal. It's noteworthy and headline worthy because it's Cam Newton. But if that were you or I doing that, it's not going to be on front page news or anything. We're just going to be looked at as disrespectful or a dog. Shout out to you, Cam, for speaking your mind. Turner's Falls wins in a roller coaster game against Taconic. This was great Western Mass baseballs. We'll talk about as we get into the episode. They were winners 11-9 again over Taconic. Boston Red Sox, Kike Hernandez ends his 0-for-19 slump, thank Christ. Delivers 2 doubles late in the game. My Sox beat the Detroit Tigers 5-3. And excessive celebrations. You know I was going to talk about that. Pat Beverly beating the Clippers to advance was a huge show of emotions. The Timberwolves beat the Clippers, and they advance, but it doesn't really matter. They're low seed and probably going to get whipped out in the first round anyway. But it was funny how social media responded to Pat Beverly and celebrating. He won a game. This is something he's done for his entire life. If you were to, let's say if your wife was pregnant, had a baby, and y'all posted on social media, and people are like, oh, stop celebrating, you got 4 kids already. No, we work our lives to be good parents, good humans, good brothers, friends, fathers, whatever. So, come on, internet, chill on that. And finally, the San Francisco Giants make history. Alyssa Nakin makes MLB history for herself as the first woman to coach on the field in a regular season game. Fucking love it. That's it for the news. Let's start with Western Mass Sports today. We're gonna go with girls softball first. Westfield Bombers win a close one against Pittsfield 9-8. Greenfield over Mountain Greylock 15-3. Franklin Tech beats Hoosick 12-1. East Hampton over Northampton 13-6. I got East Longmeadow stomping Chicopee 19-2. Amherst all over Pathfinder 11-2. Turner's Falls beat Taconic, as we talked about in the beginning, 11-9. Hopkins destroyed Mayhar 23-2. Hampshire over West Springfield 14-2. Wacona blanked Frontier 16-0. Pope Francis 26. Commerce nothing. Commerce, y'all suck at every sport. Long Meadow 20, Chicopee Comp 6, Athol 3, Mohawk Trail 1, and Agawam Brownies beat the Minnetonka Falcons 12-9. Let's go on to track. Pope Francis over Springfield International Charter 92-37, and West Springfield over Central 72-37. Lacrosse, Amherst over Lee 20-2, and Hoosick Valley beats Munson 15-4. Tennis, West Springfield over Holyoke 5-0, and that is it for the girls' side. Here we go for the boys. We'll start with baseball over here. Pope Francis over West Springfield 5-2. Hampshire beats Hopkins 3-1. Drury over McCann Tech 7-2. And Smith Academy stomps Mayhar 11-1. On to volleyball. West Springfield over Athol 3-0. Ludlow does the same to Central. Minnetonka does the same to Chicopee, and Westfield does the very same to Putnam. And let's close out Western Mass Sports with tennis, boys tennis. Pioneer Valley Chinese Immersion Charter School beats Springfield International Charter 5-0. Amherst does the same to Central, same score. Belchertown over Minnetonka 4-1. Chicopee over West Springfield 4-1. Westfield and Chicopee Comp 3-2. And Pioneer Valley Christian beats Turner's Falls 5-0. And that does it for Western Mass Sports. On to the NBA, or 2 games last night. Brooklyn Nets beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 115-108. And the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Clippers at the end 109-104. Both teams advance. On to the NHL. St. Louis over Boston 4-2. Buffalo beats Toronto 5-2. We also have Florida beats Anaheim in extras 3-2. Carolina over the Rangers 4-2. Washington all over Philly 9-2. Ottawa beats Detroit 4-1. New York Islanders over the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-4 in extras. Minnesota over Edmonton 5-1. Nashville beats San Jose by a goal. Kings over the Chicago Blackhawks 5-2. Calgary over Seattle 5-3. Dallas over Tampa Bay 1-0. Vancouver over the Golden Knights 5-4 in overtime. And the New Jersey Devils beat the Arizona Coyotes 6-2. This is episode 318 of 413 Sports Talk. I am Raheem Escalay. 49 subscribers over there on YouTube, so if you want to head over there and click subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And thank you for your continued help in sharing and interacting with the posts. We are definitely trying to make this show as good as we can for our student athletes and for the sports fans in Western Massachusetts. Love you all. Wishing nothing but health, wealth, and success. Stay dry, folks, and have a good day.